Is there life on Mars? NASA's biggest clues so far. For centuries, humans have looked up at Mars and wondered, are we alone? Is there or was there ever life on the red planet? Well, NASA has spent decades hunting for clues, and let's just say, things are getting interesting. So, grab your space helmet because today, we are diving into NASA's biggest clues that suggest Mars might not be as lifeless as we once thought. Before we get started, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because, if we find aliens, you'll want to be the first to know. Clue number 1. Ancient riverbeds and oceans. If there's one thing life needs, it's water. And guess what? Mars was once covered in it. NASA's Curiosity rover found dried-up riverbeds, lake beds, and even signs of ancient oceans that once flowed across the Martian surface billions of years ago. Scientists now believe Mars had more water than the Arctic Ocean at one point. Imagine beaches, waves, and possibly Martian fish. Okay, maybe not, but where there's water, life usually follows. Clue number 2. Organic molecules. The building blocks of life. In 2018, NASA's Curiosity rover made a game-changing discovery. It detected organic molecules buried in the Martian soil. These are the same types of molecules found in living things here on Earth. And while they don't prove life existed, they do suggest Mars had the right ingredients for it. Basically, it's like walking into a house and seeing all the tools to cook a meal. No meal yet, but someone could have been there cooking. Or maybe they still are. Clue number 3. Mysterious methane spikes. Methane is a gas that, on Earth, is mostly produced by living organisms. Cows, bacteria, even you breathe it out. Now here is where things get wild. Curiosity has detected mysterious methane spikes on Mars that appear and disappear seasonally. Why is this weird? Because methane breaks down in sunlight. That means something right now is releasing it. Could it be geological activity? Maybe. Could it be underground bacteria? Possibly. Could it be tiny Martian aliens farting? Well, let's not rule it out just yet. Clue number 4. NASA's alien burp. Discovery. Speaking of weird Martian gases, Perseverance rover recently found something even crazier: traces of carbon isotopes that, on Earth, are mostly associated with living organisms. Now, scientists are being cautious here. They don't want to jump to conclusions. But let's be real, what are the odds that all these life-related signs are just coincidences? The pieces are adding up, and it's looking suspiciously like Mars was, or maybe still is, home to life. Clue number 5. Underground lakes of liquid water. Remember when we said water is the key to life? Well, turns out, Mars might still have some. In 2018, scientists using radar detected a massive underground lake beneath the planet's south pole. Not frozen, liquid. And it gets crazier. Follow-up studies suggest there might be more underground lakes hidden beneath the surface. This is huge because on Earth, anywhere there's liquid water, there's life. Could Martian microbes be swimming around down there right now? Clue number 6. Viking landers 1976, false alarm. Here's something NASA doesn't talk about much. Back in 1976, the Viking landers performed a test on Martian soil to check for signs of life. The results, positive. But NASA dismissed it as an error, because other tests didn't confirm it. However, recent studies suggest that Viking may have actually found Martian microbes, but NASA didn't believe it at the time. Translation: we may have discovered alien life nearly 50 years ago, and ignored it. Oops. So, is there life on Mars? We don't have solid proof yet, but let's look at the facts. Mars had water. Mars has organic molecules. Mars has methane spikes that could be from life. Mars has underground lakes, and NASA may have already detected life decades ago. At this point, it's less about if and more about when we find proof. And guess what? The upcoming Mars sample return mission is set to bring back actual Martian soil in the next decade. If there's life, we might finally see it under a microscope. So, what do you think? Is Mars hiding life beneath its surface? Drop your theories in the comments. And before you go, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because trust me, the search for alien life is just getting started.